The manga starts with a gorgeous girl walking beside a guy. When people see her, they freeze in their tracks to gaze upon such beauty. This magnificent girl, whom the main character calls Sara, is his girlfriend.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
The guy looks worried, so Sara calls him Saeki and asks if something's bothering him. He asks if he's walking too fast, and she tells him not at all, but she appreciates his concern. He thinks that on top of her looks, she is also well-mannered and always polite. Some girls look at her and she greets them. He thinks she's as perfect as they come. He asks if she's okay coming to this place, and she agrees. She wants him to take her to places he normally goes. He tells her he doesn't think they're interesting, but she says she wants to know about the person she's dating, so he shouldn't overthink it. He agrees and tells her they've arrived at the arcade. He asks if she likes hanging out at arcades, and she tells him she's actually never been to one. He's surprised and thinks she must be one of those sheltered girls. He agrees to show her around, and she tells him she'd love that. They enter the building and she notices there are a lot of stuffed animals. One girl tells her friend they should go to the photo booth next, and they accidentally bump into Sara on their way. She loses her balance and lands in Saeki's hands, and he catches her. She apologizes, but all he can think about is how soft she feels. He tells her it's okay because he's glad she's not hurt, and she's cushy and soft, so it was kinda nice. She lightly chuckles and tells him he still has his bad habit. While checking out the place, she sees a stuffed animal in the claw machine. He asks if that isn't the one she said she liked, and she agrees. With a smile, she asks if he remembered, and he tells her it's because it's really squishy and popular. He says he's good at this kind of thing, then takes out a coin and puts it in the claw machine. She tries to stop him, but he says guys like to show off when given the opportunity. She asks if that's really the case, chuckles, and lets him play. 10 minutes later, they're still at the same machine. He thinks he can't seem to get anything at all because the arms are too loose. She looks at him and says he doesn't have to try that hard. He tells her not to worry because he's almost got it. The staff sees them standing there and comes over, asking if he can help. Sara looks at the machine, and the clerk realizes what's wrong. He fixes its position and tells her it'll work properly now. She thanks him, and he says it's no trouble. If she needs anything else, she can call him over. Saeki thinks the clerk didn't even notice him at all. He then manages to win something. He gives her the toy, and she hugs it, thinking it's fluffy. He apologizes, but she doesn't know why. He tells her it's because he ended up showing her an uncool side of himself. She says she actually thought it was surprisingly cute, and he thinks so much for being manly. She tells him she really appreciates how hard he tried to get it for her. She says it's a gift from him, so she'll take good care of it, and he thanks her. Her phone rings and she says she'd better go home now. He asks if it's already time to go. He starts walking, but she lingers behind as if waiting for something. Then she pulls on his hand from behind. He looks back, surprised she'd do something like this. She holds his hand and says since he was worried about walking too fast earlier, if she does this, they can walk at the same speed. He agrees this solves the problem, but says his hands might get really sweaty. She surprisingly doesn't mind at all. He didn't expect an ambush out of nowhere. After they reach their destination, Sara thanks him for a wonderful day and says she'll see him tomorrow. She is truly his ideal girlfriend, and he had fun hanging out with her. But he shouldn't get his hopes up, because no matter how much she seems interested in him, it's all just a performance. It all started 2 months ago when he was accepted into Soho Academy, where wealthy families send their children. He was overjoyed, but that ended quickly. All it took was a single mistake for him to be treated like trash, and he spent his high school days alone. He was saved when Sara's older sister proposed a solution. She wanted him to pretend to be Sara's boyfriend. Their mother was planning to find her a fiancé without consulting her, so Sara told her she already had a boyfriend. He says he gets that, but asks why she chose him. Sara tries to think of something. Her sister tells him she's the one who chose him, and she can't tell him why. All she can say is that she thought a lot about this. They'd only date for a short while, and she only asked because it was him. The Saionji Group is a major corporation even he knows about, so he bets she thought someone from a normal family wouldn't stir up trouble later on. Sara tells her big sister it's not right to ask him for something so complicated, but she assures her she won't force him into anything. He had no reason to do it. Normally he would have turned it down, but he reconsidered. She told him if he was willing to help, she promised he'd have a happy school life. Sara then snaps him back to reality. He apologizes for being lost in thought just now. In the end, he agreed to be her fake boyfriend. Maybe he was craving human interaction more than he thought. She says he can tell her if she's asking too much, and asks if it bothers him that she comes to his room every week. He tells her he was thinking of something unrelated. She is relieved to hear that. She asks if his family will be late again, and he agrees. His mom is at work and his brother is either working or at university. She says it's a shame she doesn't get to say hello to them. He blushes and tells her it's actually better this way, so she shouldn't worry. She understands and tries to say something, but stops. She then says they should practice before his family returns, and he agrees. He apologizes for troubling her every week, but she tells him it's okay because she's his girlfriend after all. She spreads out her arms and tells him to go ahead. Every Friday, he gets boyfriend privileges. On these days, they go into his room and she allows him to touch her. They start hugging each other and he thinks this is all pretending. He tells her she's soft as always and she smells good too. She tells him to stop smelling her and pushes him away. He apologizes and says he tried his best. From all that, you can figure out he has a bad habit of not holding back his thoughts when he touches a girl. And until he can get rid of this habit, he can't have a normal school life. What were the writers on when they wrote the dumbest excuse I've seen yet? She tells him she thought he'd get used to it with some practice, but it must not be easy. He's frustrated with himself, but she tells him it's important to keep on trying. He thinks she's really generous, but asks if it's okay for him to ask this of her in exchange for playing her boyfriend. She responds that it's fine because he initially accepted her request without asking for anything in return. She tells him she wants to be of help to him, so they'll have a mutually beneficial relationship, though he says this was her sister's idea in the first place. She's grateful she can go out with him, and the arcade they went to last time was really fun. He bets he looked lame though. She tells him there's nothing uncool about trying his best. She doesn't have any experience with dating, so there are things she needs to learn, but she wants to carry herself in a way that won't make him embarrassed to have her as his girlfriend. He tells her she's already his ideal girlfriend. She chuckles and says if he can joke around like that, then he must have made some progress. He let his true feelings slip out just now, but he's glad she took it as a joke. He then goes to get her something to drink and she thanks him. He leaves her in his room and walks away. When he closes the door behind him, she starts remembering what he just said and hopes she wasn't blushing. He thinks he looks uncool acting all nervous. He also wonders where this strange relationship will lead. If you made it this far into the video, like and subscribe. My New Year's resolution is to reach 1,000 subscribers by June, so I'd appreciate your help. Let's continue. It only took a moment before everyone started acting friendly with him when someone popular like Ko, Sara's sister, announced they were dating. A girl tells him the mistake he made doesn't bother her at all, so he's overthinking it. All the boys in the class are surprised that they're dating. Ko tells them not to make a big deal out of it and to just watch over them. She then gives everyone a wink. She did promise to give him a happy school life, but he never expected she'd go this far. The only thing he has to do is play the role of her boyfriend, and according to their deal, they'll only date until her mom stops trying to force her into an engagement. She helped him a lot, so he has to do his best to return the favor. While he's in the hallway, he sees Sara meeting up with a guy. She asks him why he called her here. He says he heard she's dating the transfer student. She tells him that's correct if he's talking about Saeki. The guy is surprised and asks if she's joking, but she straight up tells him it's true. He asks why she chose him. He says he's more suitable for her and then tries to jump her. She reminds him that he isn't even a recurring character in this story and shuts him down like the bug he is. The guy trembles, and she tells him she also declines his offer because Saeki is much more wonderful than him. She then excuses herself. He heard she could be harsh when turning people down, but she really is merciless. When he's with her, he sometimes gets the totally logical idea that she likes him, but he's denser than the supermassive black hole in the middle of the Milky Way, so he thinks she'd be totally disgusted if he told her he likes her. Average harem protagonists be like this guy. He thinks he has to make sure he doesn't get carried away. The day continues, and while he's in class, Sara comes over and asks if he has a minute. He tells her he does and asks what's up. She says she's wondering if they could have lunch together, and he tells her that sounds great. She's happy with that and says they should start going then. While they're going up the stairs, we get a panty shot, but I can't show it or else they'll come after me. He asks if they'll be eating on the rooftop and says he has to grab his lunch at the cafeteria first. She tells him she also brought his lunch and he's surprised. He asks himself if this means she cooked lunch for him. When they arrive at the rooftop, she tells him she didn't know what his favorite was, so she had her chef make a lot of meat dishes. He guesses she didn't cook it herself, but it's just as luxurious as he'd expect from a wealthy family like hers. He tells her the food is amazing and asks if she's sure he can eat this. She says it's fine so he can dig in. He thanks her and takes a bite. He is surprised by its taste. He thinks the meat is super tender, and he tells her all of it is good. She says she's glad he liked it and she also brought tea so he should help himself. He tells her he's grateful for her kindness and thinks she's impeccable as always. He feels like she's way out of his league. He clears those thoughts because he already decided to play the boyfriend role. She takes out an omelet and tells him to open his mouth. He is surprised and jumps back. She says she thought this is what lovers do but asks if she's wrong. He tells her she's not wrong, but it's something else. He thinks with her long blue eyelashes he can't help but be drawn in. She's gorgeous. He accepts it and she feeds it to him. When he takes a bite, he thinks this omelet tastes different from the other dishes. He looks over and sees she's intensely staring at him, with something soft touching his arm. He's really surprised and thinks they're touching him. She asks him how it tastes and he tries to think of something. He then tells her it's more delicious compared to the other dishes because it's simpler but tastes like it was made with love. I assume if the chef was male and she wasn't the one who made it, he would be not straight. She repeats the last part of his sentence, thinks about it for a second, and smiles. He thinks she's super cute. He then tells himself not to get it wrong and not to fall for her acting. We get a flashback to Sara's house. Her big sister tells her the omelet looks delicious and says she did a good job. She thanks her and hopes Saeki will love it. She tells her of course he will. She puts the omelets in the lunchbox, and with that, she is done with the preparations. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment which manga I should recap next. Thanks for watching and check out the video on screen. I'll see you there.